Well, looks like I got a lot of views on both of my videos about how much white people in America suck. And, I got a comment from the from from the second part of the second part video number 2. Why white people in America suck too. And this person told me to shut the fuck up. And this person is by the name who dropped that comment on that video. His name Fart. Well, speaking of fart, his comment has went over like a fart in church. So I replied and said this to him: "You shut the fuck up." And there's some comments. There's a comment from someone, a woman, and she said this on the video. Loved it. And I replied back, "Thank you." Yeah, a lot has went down after George Floyd was killed by that police officer. When that police officer arrested him and had him on the ground behind a police cruiser and had his knee on his neck and suffocated him, and George Floyd was uttering the words that Eric Garner was uttering: "I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe." After he was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead. And that triggered that triggered angry black people in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to go around and destroying like parts of the city. They looted a Target. They looted a Target, stole lamps out of it, and then they went to a police department and set the police department on fire. And they just did a lot of destruction, mayhem, and chaos, and they were protesting over the fact that the police officer and those other police officers that was involved in George Floyd's death, these guys weren't punished. But I heard one of the officers was charged with murder or manslaughter. The mayor of Minnesota, the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry, said this. And in the destruction of Minneapolis from angry black people were people from outside of the city. Jacob Fry said this. Yeah, a lot of protests, a lot of mayhem, and the destruction, which I heard happened in cities all over America. The Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, went and said that I guess he said he was shocked by what happened to George Floyd in Minnesota, and he talked about racism goes on in his country as well, Canada, and saw this on France 24, a public broadcasting service, news channel or news outlet out of Paris, France. They showed that a black woman fell off a high story in a building in Montreal or Toronto, and a lot of protests in Montreal and Toronto was going on, and protesting, and I heard in the UK and places all over the world with black people in it. Like, this was amazing. Like, I guess the heat is on the racist white people. The bad racist white people. I mean, not the good white people who aren't racist, who are good and who are just disgusted by what some of their people are doing to black people, mistreating them. Um, Speaking of that, before I start this video, I forgot to mention two things in the previous video why white people in America suck too. Um, I remember I worked at a Walmart and I was sent to help this white guy do some stocking. Um, he was a guy that had a wife and had a daughter, and he was a douchebag and he was a piece of shit. He was worthless and he was a snake. Okay, I came over to help him stock. He gets up and walks away and disappears. He never came back and he left me to do his job that I went to help him out on. He didn't stay to let me and him like the team up and stock. We're stocking laundry detergent in the laundry detergent aisle of Walmart, and he left me hanging. His wife was good and she cared about me and she helped me out and she was worrying about me. Um, yeah, she cared about me, because she thought she looked at me and like I was vulnerable and didn't understand anything, and her husband didn't give a shit about me. Yeah. Also, also, there was these people who worked at this radio station in a city called Jacksonville, Texas, and they were radio personnel on the radio. They had a show called Brains Morning Madhouse. It was a radio station called KFRO FM 95.3 102.3 The Breeze. And when these people went to do the radio show one morning, they went to the building there where the radio station was at, and they found out that the doors were locked. And a woman named Susie Waller, the daughter of a guy who was the owner of the radio station, something Walt Waller. She showed up with the police to confront the workers. She went and fired them behind their backs without them knowing it. And she went and hid behind a bush while the police went and confront them and told the radio station crew that they were trespassing on private property. If they won't leave, they'll be arrested. So these guys were religious and good, and they all left. And today, they work at a radio station in Shreveport, Louisiana, called K94.5 FM. Both of these radio stations were shitty pop stations. I listened to them, and these guys on the Breeze, KFRO, were just downright horrible. They suck and they try to be funny. They weren't that funny. I don't remember their names. I think one of their names were named Brain and Cotter and Tara. So yeah, and and all of these guys were white, and the radio station owner's daughter was white. Yeah, Susie Waller treated the radio station crew like garbage, not giving them water to drink and having them work in poor and working conditions. And she had a brother, and the brother saw this, and didn't say anything. That's what I heard. So yeah. So that shows me that, shitty white people and just stab their own in the back and stab other people of different races in the back as well. Yeah. So shitty white people who are racist and go behind people's backs and fire them without their knowledge, white people who do bad, who do wrong, are just pieces of shit, and they are. Okay, enough of that. Okay. In this video, I got a reply on a video that I left a comment on. It was about how much people in Sweden, a country called Sweden, a country that's in Scandinavia in Europe, and this person left a very humorous comment. Most of it is true, and this is really funny. I'll read my comment first, and I'll just read the reply from a Swedish or Scandinavian YouTuber by the name of Mr. YouTuber. It's probably just a kid. So yeah, I'll go ahead and read it. Okay, here's my reply on the video. It's about why Swedish people are so antisocial and ice cold and they don't want to talk to people. Here's my comment on the video. I am staying as far away from Sweden as possible. I don't like antisocial people. Got too much of that in the United States and Canada. All people and not meeting people. All people. Okay. Let me start over again. My eyes just went off on some of the paragraph. I'm sorry about that, folks. I am staying as far away from Sweden as possible. I don't like antisocial people. Got too much of that in the United States and Canada. All of Scandinavia is like this. I've been to Norway and saw this. Not talking to people and not meeting people isn't good for your health and mental health. In America, there is no social or human connection with others. It is too socially disconnected, segregated, and isolating. Sweden has this too. So I am staying away from countries like that are like Sweden in the United States. I am crossing Scandinavia and other countries like Scandinavia off my list. And I went and took a look at the comment. I got about 5 likes on it. And here's a response from Mr. YouTuber. I guess someone from Sweden or some other countries from our countries in Scandinavia. Here's Mr. YouTuber's reply. New Manchester, you want to talk about health? I think you fat Americans are the last ones to judge and talk about health. You guys deep fry everything you touch, and there is no more fat diabetic people. There is no more fat diabetic people in the whole world than it is in the US, and this is just one of the many things that's bad about America. Really? And when I went to reply to Mr. YouTuber, his comment disappeared. I couldn't reply to it. Why is that? Because Scandinavian people are ice cold and antisocial. And they will never talk to you unless what you're talking to them about has value to them. But if it doesn't have value to them, they will never talk to you. It's funny about these Scandinavian people. It's very funny, very very funny. You know, if you go and talk about them, I mean, they will never talk to you. I mean, you try to talk to them, they'll ignore you. And they won't say anything to you. But if you bash them, they will have the nerve to lash out at you. Then when you get done lashing out at you, they don't want to hear what you have to say, and just walk off. Or in Mr. YouTuber's case, they'll just like leave you a comment and delete their they just leave you a comment, then delete it so they don't want to hear what you have to say. Or some will just leave their comment. If you reply to them, they will never ever reply back. Ever. And I got a taste of this in Norway. I mean, yeah, I remember I was in Germany and some guy tapped me on the shoulder and smiled and gave me the thumbs up when he saw me wearing an Adidas hoodie and was holding two bottles of soda. And I heard that people in Germany will talk to you, and they will. They'll connect with you because they believe in social and human connection, and they do. And that's something people in Scandinavia don't believe in. I mean, they only talk to people unless they know them, and they don't want to meet new people unless you know them, unless that person that they know knows them, and they know you, or a way to know them, you have to have someone that knows them introduce you to them. Now, I guess they view someone coming up to them and talking to them as just weird and creepy and not right. Same crap here in the U.S. of A. And going back to Mr. YouTuber's comment about calling Americans fat and saying that all Americans deep fry everything that they touch. That's just funny, really. Like, okay, I guess I'm not fat. I mean, I exercise, I work out, and I try to eat right. I want to take better care of myself. And I'm not fat. And second of all, I don't grab everything that I put my hands on and deep fry it. I guess, yeah, I like to eat fruits and vegetables. I guess Mr. YouTuber thinks if I grab fruits and vegetables, I just throw it all in the deep fry, just deep fry it. Yeah, I drink Perrier. Grab a bottle of Perrier and throw it in the deep fryer and just deep fry it. A rabbit. I like a rabbit, a pet cat or a pet dog. I take the pet cat and the pet dog and throw them in the deep fryer and deep fry them and eat them. Take bottled water or a glass of water, throw it in the deep fryer and deep fry it. Take an orange, throw an orange and take oranges that I eat. Throw oranges in the deep fryer and deep fry it. Just deep fry every single thing that I put my hands on. I guess I touch a car, take a car, put in the deep fryer and deep fry it. Mr. YouTuber sounds like a child. First of all, yes, not all Americans are fat. I mean, you got fat Americans, and you do. I mean, and eating deep fried foods will not make you fat. It will give you high blood pressure. That's what it will give you. You become a diabetic if you eat way too much sugar, like candy and ice cream and stuff like that. Mr. YouTuber has no clue that foods in America that are not deep fried have too many unhealthy ingredients and toxins, GMOs, and high fructose corn syrup and chemicals that make you sick, that make you gain weight and mess up your brain chemistry in your mind. That's what it will. That's what food in America will do to you, because food in America have too much toxins and poison in it. Yeah. That's what it will do to you. And Mr. YouTuber is not that far off from being right. It's a shame that I can't reply to Mr. YouTuber because Mr. YouTuber is an ice cold, antisocial Scandinavian. You know, I don't like Scandinavia, and I don't like Scandinavian people. It's funny. There's a famous Scandinavian, a a teenage girl from Sweden who's a climate change activist, and her name is Greta Thunberg. You know, Greta Thunberg made that emotional speech, that "How dare you" speech to people who decimate the planet with pollutants like cars and gas powered cars and things that causes climate change, that causes um the ice caps in the North Pole to melt, that cause sea level rise in years to come, and causes cities on the coast to be underwater, trigger hurricanes and wildfires and drought, and to cause total uninhabitation, cause a planet to be uninhabited in years to come. And she said that she should be in school, and she said this: "How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?" You know what? I think Greta Thunberg need to go and slap the faces of every antisocial Scandinavian person in Scandinavia, and say this as she slaps them on the face repeatedly: "How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you make us look bad, make us look antisocial, and to make people in other parts of the world make us look like we're ice cold and antisocial weird people who don't like to talk to outsiders. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you, Mr. YouTuber? How dare all of you in Scandinavia? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?" And she just slaps them repeatedly on the face. Yeah, I believe in climate change, and I know it's real. And I found a comment from Donald Trump, the president, a comment that he dropped on Twitter long time ago. I think not that long. Um, and he said this about Greta Thunberg on her anger on climate change. I believe in climate change. I know it's real, and it's happening right now, and it's man-made, and we as a people, human beings on Earth, are causing this, and we're making Mother Earth sick, and Mother Earth needs to be cured by going to renewable alternatives like electric planes and electric cars and things that are good for the environment. Okay, here's Donald Trump's tweet on Greta Thunberg. So ridiculous. Greta must work on her anger management problems. Then go to a good old fashioned movie with a friend. Chill, Greta, chill. Oh, fuck you, you idiot. You suck as a president. I mean, you making all Americans, including me, make us all look like idiots. You know, I heard stories about Greta Thunberg being alone and she doesn't have any friends. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, Scandinavia. Or maybe she's like Brock Lesnar. She hates people and don't want to be around people. I don't know. But yeah. Um, I respect what she's doing. You know, and I think that more young women and young men and children like her in America need to be like her. I can't imagine Greta Thunberg living in America. I mean, she lives in America and get torn down by the toxic, unfriendly, segregated, isolating, paranoid, fake people in America. I mean, she'll be torn down by negativity. She'll lose it, grab a gun and go in a mass shooting, or she'll probably end up like seeing a mental health profession at a hospital, see a bunch of mental health professions and be prescribed to take medications to quote unquote help her cope with her problems. I mean, she will be destroyed here in America because she's different and she's not like everybody else in this country. So yeah, and she'll be like put down by the idiot president of America, Donald Trump. So yeah, I mean, she will be ruined. She'll be raped by the crappy society of people here in America. I think she needs to slap the taste out of Donald Trump's mouth. Matter of fact, I think she needs to slap Donald Trump repeatedly for being an idiot and saying stupid stuff about angry black people in Minnesota destroying everything. Yeah, because George Floyd was killed by a police officer and the police officer didn't. I think he got off, and I think Greta Thunberg needs to slap the taste. Need to slap Donald Trump, yeah, for saying stupid stuff on Twitter like if there's looting, it's time for shooting or something like that. If there's some looting, then it's time for some shooting. Like, it was a tweet. I mean, that tweet was just on Twitter. I guess that tweet is just outrageous. I think Greta Thunberg need to slap the taste. Need to slap Donald Trump repeatedly for saying that and other stupid stuff he says on Twitter and in the media and bullying people. And as she slaps him repeatedly, she needs to say this. Greta Thunberg slapping Donald Trump, and she needs to say this: "How dare you? How dare you? How dare you say stupid things about people in your country and people in countries overseas and calling countries in Africa shitholes? How dare you? How dare you?" And I think Greta Thunberg needs to do that. She really needs to do that. You know, I look at her, I mean, she's going to be a very strong woman in the future. And I think a man who's going to be married to her, who's going to be her future husband, is going to be the luckiest man on the planet because she has a very strong, feminine, feminine woman. You know, that cares about men, unlike shitty, independent, feminized, manly women here in America. Yeah. So so you know what? I'm going to give a big fuck you to every antisocial ice cold person in Scandinavia. And I'm going to say this. You guys have the nerve to reply to me in a comment. And this goes out to Mr. YouTuber. You're going to have the nerve to drop a comment, then delete your comment so it'll show up in my inbox. And I won't go to the video and see the comment and reply to it because you don't want to hear what I got to say. And a lot of you don't want to reply if you leave your comment up. I mean, if you guys don't want to reply to anybody or talk to anybody, don't say anything. Okay? The hell with all of you. Alright. That's all I gotta say in this video. Peace. How dare you? How dare you?